Hello, hello, my friends. Welcome back to the podcast. I am super excited about today's podcast. It's going to be a really fun episode. It's something that I'm super passionate about and pretty much the reason why I do what I do. So today we're going to be talking about why you should start lifting weights. Every single woman, I believe, should be lifting weights. There are a lot of myths that have been going around for years and years and years when it comes to women and weightlifting. And today I'm going to dispel a lot of those common myths. And then we're going to get into the amazing benefits of lifting weight. And it's not just the physical things that are going to happen to your body that are amazing, but how it makes you feel, the people you meet along the way. There's just a lot of incredible things that happen when you start lifting weights in a more specific way. So you definitely have to do it in the right way, but I am going to tell you how to do that. So don't worry about that. So today is the fourth episode of the Kickstart Your Health series. So make sure that you are signed up for that. The link, as always, is in the description of the podcast. It's linked on my Instagram, on my Facebook, in the my bio, wherever you're listening to this. It's everywhere. So go sign up for that. Once you sign up, you'll get a free 6-week workout plan. And even if you haven't been along the ride for the first 3 episodes, that's okay. Every time I send out the weekly recap email, you're going to get a link to a Google Drive folder, which has all of the quick guides for all the episodes that we've done so far. So don't worry, you are not too late. And basically, if you don't know what the Kickstart Your Health series is, it's a 6-week series I'm running on the podcast. The first 3 weeks, we went over everything nutrition that I want you to know, all of the basics when it comes to nutrition, no dieting or anything, mostly just habits and how you go about nutrition to really get you feeling your best and make sure that you're treating your body the way that it needs to be treated to get the results that you're looking for. And the final 3 weeks, which we're just starting today, is all about fitness and kind of getting started in the gym. So today we're going over why you should get started in the gym. Next week, we'll be going over what to do exactly. So I'll help you learn how to design a full body workout plan 3 days a week. I'll teach you my recipe for that. And then the final day, we'll be going over how to get the most out of your workouts at the gym. So all of the super important stuff that we'll be going over. I'm very, very excited for it. So yeah, if you're just getting started on the podcast now, make sure you go check out all of the nutrition stuff because that is also super important. It's going to be super, super fun. So that is what we've got going on this week. And as I've started a new tradition, let's go into a bit of personal and business stuff before we get into this week's episode, just so that we are on the same page. We know what's going on in each other's lives. We're chilling, we're hanging out, we're friends, we're buddies. I want it to be more than just about the trainings. I do want you guys to kind of get to know me a bit because I feel like it's, I don't know, more fun to listen to trainings when you know a bit about the person and where they're coming from and build some trust here and, all that fun stuff. So personal stuff this week is going to be a bit different than last week. Last week, I was telling you guys about how I had joined a powerlifting meet, which was super exciting. Still training for that. That's still going on. I'm actually going through a bit of overwhelm right now. I got a lot of stuff going on in business, in life, lots of things that I want to focus on and prioritize. And I often find myself getting through times where I feel pretty overwhelmed. And for me, when I'm feeling overwhelmed, I tend to just shut down and do nothing and usually just sleep a lot or watch Netflix or just kind of like zone out and tune out everything that's going on. So I've been dealing with that for the past couple days. It's getting better. And I wanted to share with you guys, what's helped me get through that, because I know a lot of us struggle with overwhelm, especially when we feel like our to-do lists are miles long and we've just got so much stuff going on. So there's been quite a few things that helped me, but I'll just go through a few of them. So hopefully, if this is something that you've been dealing with, maybe you can take a few of these pointers back with you. So one of the things I've done is really changed my mindset when it comes to the things that I've been doing in life. So I was kind of getting stuck in the mindset of I have so many things that I have to get done, that I have to do. And when I'm in that mindset, when I'm thinking I have to do things, it makes everything feel difficult, feel like work, feel just like I don't want to do it. So what I had to remind myself is that everything I'm doing in my life, I am choosing to do it, right? Like recording this podcast, sending out the emails, getting things ready for all of the offers that I have for you guys. All of those things I've chosen to do. I'm the one who's putting that on myself. But also, I'm excited for all of these things. Like, I genuinely want to have all of these things happen. And I know I'm helping people with them. And I know I'm getting out some really good information. And people are really going to benefit from this stuff. So, just reminding myself of why I'm doing this in the first place, that this is something that I genuinely want to do. It's not because I'm being forced to do it by anyone. So, changing my mindset from I have to do this to I want to do this. I'm choosing to do this. This is my own decision. Makes it feel a lot better. And even if you aren't an entrepreneur, even if you don't work for yourself, you still always have a choice in every single thing that you do in your life. There's nothing you have to do. Technically, you don't have to go to work, right? You just choose to go to work because you don't want the consequences of getting written up or getting fired for not going, right? You choose to take care of your children because you don't want to deal with the consequences of not, which is, I mean, it's your choice. You're choosing to take care of your children because you want to, because you love them, right? Everything in our life is something that we're choosing to do. We always have a choice. And even if it's uncomfortable or doesn't feel that great in the moment, we're still in control. We're still the ones who are making those choices. And I think just taking back control and not feeling like it's something that's just happening to you and that you just have to deal with, when you remember that you're the one in control of it, it just makes you feel a lot better. So that was kind of the biggest thing that's helped me. I also reached out to some friends and have chatted about things. I'm not the best at reaching out when I'm feeling like this. So it definitely helps to talk to friends about it and to remember that you're not alone in this. And a lot of people do go through things like this. And yeah, most of it's just like, just reminding myself why I'm doing this, that I do this because I love doing it, because I have helped so many people and changed so many people's lives and helped inspire people to become healthier versions of themselves, to improve their confidence, to just feel better in their bodies. And that is a really big thing for me. And that's why I do this. So just reminding myself of all of those things. And then a practical thing that I've been doing is, sometimes it's hard to just get off the couch and just do the things that I want to do. So I often will just like bring my laptop to the couch so that, if it's there, I can just reach over and just start working on a small thing. Whether it's like, I actually really like creating my graphics for my business. So sometimes I'll start with something super small that I enjoy that doesn't require too much effort. And once I've started something, it is so much easier to actually keep that flow going. So those are a few tips there for you guys, a little extra bonus training on some mindset stuff while we're diving into the fitness. Once we're done this series, I probably will do a few more trainings on mindset because it is such an important part of health and getting into habits and routines and just feeling better overall. So there's some tidbits there that might be helpful for you guys. So that's kind of what's going on in personal life. And for business, we've got quite a few things going on. I've talked about these in a past episode, so I'll just briefly touch on them at the end of the podcast. If we have some extra time, I'll go into them in a bit more detail. But we have the nutrition audits are open for enrollment for booking a nutrition audit call. Those I did have a couple free ones going away last week. If you're part of the series, you got the email with the coupon code. Those have all been taken. So I'm sorry, but there's no more free ones. But you guys can for sure still go check that out if you are interested in getting your nutrition looked at by me. The link to that is going to be in the description. We are on the 4th week of the Kickstart Your Health series. So we're on to the fitness portion. Super excited for that. Fitness is my favorite thing to teach women about. It is so much fun. And then at the end of the series, I'm going to be launching the Working Woman's Guide to the Gym, which I'm so excited for. Basically, it's just going to be everything that I've learned myself that I teach my clients about the gym and how to get started and how to get the most out of it and how to get results a lot faster than what you would if you just kind of tried to wing it or do it on your own or do your own research. I put everything into a course for you, so you have everything that you need there. And if you're a part of this series, you will be getting the pre-sale with a massive bonus that is worth the price of the course itself. So pretty much you're getting 2 things for the price of one. So make sure you are part of this series and you're getting the email so that you can take advantage of all of that. So I think I made pretty good time. I'm trying to keep the intro stuff down so that you guys aren't spending so much time listening to that. But I do still want to make sure that we're, getting super personal and knowing what's going on in each other's lives and just creating some good relationships here. So without further ado, let's get into today's training. So first, what I wanted to talk about is the changes that I have seen in all of the ladies that I have worked with. So I've worked with quite a few women, and every single one of them, we have seen some pretty crazy changes just within the 3 to 6 months that we work together. I haven't actually worked with anyone besides my one bodybuilding client for longer than 3 to 6 months. It doesn't take that long to completely change the way you see yourself, the way you do your nutrition and your fitness. Like, it doesn't take that long to learn all that stuff when you're working with somebody who's been doing it for so long and really knows what they're doing. They can teach you everything that they know, which is what I like to do. So the changes that I've seen now, all of these women that I've worked with previously have been working out for several years, and they've seen some progress, but not exactly what they were looking for, right? Most women, when they come to me, they want to look toned, right? They want to look like those women that you see who are lean. They've got really nice arms. They've got like a juicy booty. They've got lean, strong legs. They've got some muscle mass to them, but they're not huge like a bodybuilder, right? They have a bit of muscle mass. They don't have too much body fat on them. They've got pretty flat stomachs, and everything just looks like, strong, but not too strong, and feminine, and some nice shapes, right? That's usually the look that women are going for when they come to me. And they typically want to lose weight. They typically want to lose 10 to 20 to 50 plus pounds, depending on where they are in their journey. This is usually how they come to me. And most of them have had experience with fad diets, with yo-yo dieting, with just doing all these different diets, Weight Watchers, keto, 1,200 calories a day, 1,000 calories a day, eating once a day, water fast, like all of these different crazy things, right? So they've done all of these. They've done boot camps, they've done HIIT, they've done lots of cardio, they've done running, classes, all of these things. And they've seen some results, but never quite where they truly want to be. And they've often still been in the mindset of just not liking their body where it is and just always trying to do whatever they can to make their body smaller and smaller and smaller. And it's exhausting. And most of the time they have very little energy, and they don't enjoy their workouts very much. They don't enjoy food very much. And it's all just a cycle of trying really hard to lose weight, losing the weight, and then putting it back on again, plus some, right? And it's this vicious cycle, and they can't see what they're doing wrong. They're like, I've been doing all the things, and I'm not seeing what I want to see. So what I do when I've worked with all of these women is, after 3 to 6 months, they've had some pretty amazing changes. So they always are lifting way heavier than they did before. They are so much stronger. They are eating more. and actually feeling energized during the day. They have less health issues, less migraines, less cravings, less binging, and their bodies feel a lot better. They have less aches and pains. They're more flexible. They're able to do more things with their body. Their confidence has increased by a lot. They're not always trying to punish their bodies anymore. They're not always picking themselves apart in the mirror. Instead, they have some things that they can be proud of, like how much weight they can lift in the gym, how much they can squat, that they can do handstands, that they can do deadlifts and bench press. And they're seeing progress in themselves, both in how their bodies are changing. They're putting on muscle mass, they're getting leaner, but also what their bodies can do and what they're capable of in the gym. And it's just so amazing to see the growth that these women have been able to see in their lives and how much it's changed how they see themselves and how they view themselves. And it's just the most amazing thing to see. And that's why I do this. And it's just, yeah, it's incredible. I love it. So I wanted to talk about, what changes, what did they do different? And one thing to keep in mind here is that their bodies changed. If you looked at them, you could guess that they lost maybe 10 to 15 pounds. But what's actually happening is they tend to stay at the same weight, maybe lose a couple pounds. But what's happening is their bodies are actually putting on muscle mass and losing fat at the same time. And because at the beginning, your body has like quite you get what's called beginner gains. So you can put on a lot of muscle mass right at the beginning and gain a lot of strength quite quickly because your capacity for that is so large. So after the first 6 months to a year, that's when you really see the quick progress happening. And you're putting on muscle and you're losing fat. And I always have to remind my clients, the scale is not going to change much, but I promise you, this is why we take progress photos week to week, is that you're going to see changes in your body. You're going to see that your waist is getting smaller, that your stomach is getting flatter, that your arms are getting more toned, that your booty's getting more juicy, right? We get to see all these changes, even though there's not changes necessarily happening on the scale. So there's a lot of things that are going on when we're focusing on getting stronger at the gym and building muscle mass that are a little bit counterintuitive to what we would normally think is going to happen. And this is why I like to work with women, because there are so many misconceptions that we've believed for so long that aren't helping us get forward. They're not helping us accomplish what we really want to accomplish. And that's what's been holding us back for so long. So I wanted to go over some myths that are holding you back and why, and how to do it in the right way. So first of all, there's 3 really big ones here that I wanted to go over. So the first one is that cardio is the best for losing weight. That is a myth. Cardio is not the best for losing weight. And here's why. So let's say you start running, and in order to lose a little bit of weight, like maybe a pound a week, you're running, let's say for half an hour, 3 times a week, you're running. So at the beginning, yes, that is going to cause you to lose weight because your body is burning more energy than what you're consuming. So if you don't change how you eat, and you just add in some cardio, yeah, you're going to see some weight loss at the beginning. But what happens here is your body likes to adapt. Okay. Your body wants to be as efficient as it can. So your body's going to get better at running half an hour, 3 days a week. It's going to use less energy. So after you do that for a few weeks, you're going to stop losing weight because your body's become accustomed to it and it's gotten very efficient at it, and it's learned how to use less energy to do that. Now, unfortunately, if you're doing this to lose weight, now, if you want to continue losing weight, you're going to have to increase the amount of cardio that you're doing. Maybe now you're going to have to do it 4 days a week, and then 5 days a week, and then 45 minutes every day, and then an hour every day. Your body's going to continue adapting to this. And you're going to have to keep increasing it as your body adapts in order to continue to see the same weight loss progress. And then what happens when you stop doing this, when you stop doing all of your running, is that your body has to readjust. It's used to burning so many calories in a day. And as soon as you stop, your body is going to put all of that weight back on. Because if you're eating the same and you stop all of this extra energy that you're burning, then your body is probably going to be in a surplus. It's used to getting so much energy burned in a day and compensating for that, like based on the food that you're getting, that everything is just going to flip once you stop. So it's not going to be the best option for you because it's just not sustainable. You can include cardio if you want, if you like it. Okay, if you enjoy running, then by all means include running, but don't do it specifically to lose weight. The only time that you would ever do that is if you're competing in like a bodybuilding competition, which is what I do closer to the end. But again, I know that every week I'm going to have to do more and more cardio in order to see it actually causing me to lose weight. And then once I'm done my competition, my goal is to get back to where I started for my body weight, right? I'm only ever getting to a low body weight for one day. And then after that, I wean off my cardio. I bring my calories back up till I'm at my normal. So it's never the goal to stay at that low body fat percentage. If I was trying to, then that would just be very unhealthy. So that's why the cardio is added in and then taken away. It's never used to actually sustain that body weight. Cardio can also be helpful for, your cardiovascular health, so keeping your heart healthy, but it should never be used specifically to lose weight. Now, weightlifting is fantastic for losing weight. Okay, so let's say you did the same amount of time weightlifting as you would have for running. So 30 minutes, 3 days a week for weightlifting. Now, what's great about it is that you never have to increase the amount of time you spend working out, lifting weights. So if you stuck to 3 days a week for half an hour for a year, you would lose weight consistently without changing your food, and maybe not weight necessarily, but fat, because your body is putting on muscle mass, okay? And muscle mass is going to use more energy. So your body's going to be burning more calories, not just during your workouts, but throughout the rest of the week when you're resting on your off days, because muscle takes quite a bit of energy to sustain and to build. So your body's going to be using extra energy to build and repair that muscle that you've been working so hard at the gym, right? And you're never going to have to increase it. With cardio, you'd have to keep increasing it week to week. But with weightlifting, all you have to do is lift a little bit heavier every week than you did the week before. And that's making it more difficult. That's making it so that your body has to adapt to it. And it's great. You just have to do the 30 minutes, 3 days a week, and you are golden. It requires so much less effort and time and energy than cardio. And it's typically more enjoyable. Most people I know prefer weightlifting over cardio. I have a few that do like their running, and they keep in their running because they enjoy it. But the majority of us, we just do our weightlifting because it's really fun and it's really easy to progress it without adding in more time. With cardio, you'd have to keep doing more and more and more and more with time, with workouts and lifting weights in the gym. All you have to do is make it more challenging by increasing the weight, which is the easiest thing to do, or just finding more challenging exercises. So going from like a push-up off of a high elevated surface, an incline push-up, and slowly working your way down till you can do push-ups right off the ground, right? Or pull-ups, doing them with a band to help you until you can get to doing it just with your body weight, right? You're getting stronger and you're making it more challenging as you go along. So myth number 1, cardio is not the best for losing weight. Lifting weights is. Myth number 2, light weights and high reps are best for toning. So there's a few myths in here. First of all, toning isn't really a thing When we think of the word toning, we think it means creating like long muscles that are like smaller, right? That's not really a thing. When we think about that, all that's happening is you're building muscles. So your muscles are getting bigger. You're putting on more muscle mass. On women, natural women who don't take steroids, we are going to have muscles that look different than men because men have like 20 times more testosterone than us, and testosterone is what you need to build muscle. We still have some, just not even remotely as much as men do. And women that you see who are ginormous bodybuilders, those like huge ones that look like they have very masculine bodies, they are taking some sort of steroids to increase the testosterone in their body so that they can build muscles that big. Natural women, when we don't take steroids, which is most of us who work out, we don't have enough testosterone in our bodies to build muscle like men do. We can still build some muscle, yes, and get some really nice shape. We can build some really nice arms and shoulders and like build our lats a bit so that we have that hourglass shape so that our waist looks nice and small, and build the booty and build some nice lean legs. We all have a different capacity for the amount of muscle that we can build, and our genetics do play a role in how that muscle looks on us. But we're never going to get to that point unless we take steroids and work out for probably 8 to 10 years of looking like those really, really big masculine looking women who are very competitive bodybuilders. And remember, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I've been lifting weights for 5 years. Seriously, I am a competitive bodybuilder in a natural organization, so I do not take steroids. And my goal is to build as much muscle mass as I can. And if you see my photos, I don't think I have a very masculine physique. I think I look pretty feminine. So I'm kind of combining two myths here. The final one is that you'll get bulky and look like a bodybuilder if you lift weights, and that is not the case at all. If you look up any of the women who are really big on Instagram right now in fitness, like Whitney Simmons and who else? Patty Boyle. I'm just trying to remember all these people's names because I follow lots of people. And any like competitive bikini competitors and stuff, like they have a lot of muscle mass, but they look very feminine with it, right? So you can look at some of these people and get a good idea of what muscle really looks like on women. Plus, when you're on the stage for bodybuilding and when you're flexing in the gym and lifting weights, your muscles are going to have a lot more pump and blood going into them. So they're going to look a lot bigger in the gym and on a bodybuilding stage than they do in real life, right? So don't be afraid of putting on muscle. That body that you want for yourself is probably a muscular body. And we just need to kind of change our idea of what muscular means and what strong means, because muscular and strong on women, because of our different hormones than men have, we're going to look quite different than men do with muscle. And I think both men and women, I think it looks really good to have muscle on us. Men look good with muscle, women look good with muscle, and we both just look different because our hormones are different. So don't be afraid of lifting weights, please. And again, the light weights and high reps can only get you so far. The main thing to build muscle and to get muscle mass on you, to look more toned, is that you need to lift more than you did before. That's the only way that your muscles can grow. And when you do light weights and high reps, like in the 20s or 30s, your potential to add more weight to that is going to be very challenging. If you're doing like 20 to 30 bicep curls with 10 pounds, you're probably not going to be able to do much more with that. You're probably not going to be able to lift like 20 pounds or 25 pounds, right? It's hard with the high reps to lift more than you did before. So you actually want to be lifting anywhere from 5 reps to 12 reps, maybe 15 with everything that you're doing. We'll go over this more next week and the week after, but you want to be lifting heavy weights in order to build the body that you want. And that's where your boot camps, your HIIT camps, your workout classes are not going to get you the results that you want, because they are more focused on the cardio aspect. Even though you're lifting weights, if it's going fast, if it's not heavy weights, if you're not using a barbell, if you're not lifting up to hundreds of pounds, yes, you can. Every single one of my ladies can lift over 100 pounds. They're deadlifting close to 200 pounds or more. They're squatting close to their body weight or more. They're bench pressing close to 100 pounds. Like, all of them are. They didn't start there. They started with just the 45-pound barbell or less. But within 3 to 6 months, they are able to lift these weights. You are capable of that. Okay. You just need to focus on it. And even if it's just 3 days a week, you can get there. A lot of my girls only work out 3 days a week, full body. You can absolutely make that happen. So do not say that you are weak because you are a woman. Okay. That is not a thing. Women are strong. All it takes is eating more food so that your body has the energy, and prioritizing lifting heavy weights. So if you enjoy the HIIT workouts and the boot camps and stuff, keep it in once or twice a week if you really, really love them. But if you truly want to see those changes in your body, if you want that hourglass shape, if you want to build a booty, if you want toned arms, if you want a lean stomach, you need to lift heavier weights, and you need to focus on lifting more weights than you did the week before. If you're always lifting the same weight, our body adapts very quickly. So you will stay at the same spot if you're doing the same thing every single week. You need to do more than you did the week before in order to actually see changes. Okay. I'm going to repeat a lot of these things because, again, these are myths that have been ingrained in us for so long that I'm going to keep telling you these things until you actually start to believe them. Okay. Even with my clients, I have to keep reminding them these things because they start to get into those old thought patterns that we've been taught for so long, that lifting heavy weights is going to make you look bulky, or it's going to put on too much muscle mass. That's not true. Okay. And if you ever get to the point where you feel like you're putting on too much muscle mass, you can always stop. You can always tone it back and just lift a little bit less. But honestly, I've never worked with anybody who's had that happen. It is too fun to keep getting stronger week to week and seeing what you can actually do and getting past those records and lifting 100 pounds in your bench press. Like, that feels amazing. And you are way more interested in doing that than on how your body looks. And that is one of my favorite things that happens when you start lifting weights, is the focus comes off of trying to change how your body looks and trying to get smaller and trying to burn as many calories as possible. That is no longer your focus. When you start lifting weights, your focus instead switches to what your body can do, what you're truly capable of, and trying to push that limit. And I have girls who have learned how to do handstands when they were scared of doing it before. Most of my girls have been able to get their first chin up and pull up, and they've been able to learn how to actually do really good push-ups, not from their knees, but full regular push-ups, and squatting their body weight and deadlifting over 200 pounds and bench pressing over 100 pounds. I mean, we have 5 of us who are all my friends and previous clients who are now competing in a powerlifting competition. Like, it's so cool to change your focus just from what your body looks like to what it is capable of doing. And it feels so much better than always trying to just get smaller and to just burn more calories. Because women have been taught this for so long. That's just what we've been used to. And I think sometimes we don't realize how bad that actually feels. It doesn't feel good always trying to change your body from such a negative place, that when you switch it to this positive place by seeing what your body can do, to see what you are truly capable of, and to see how strong you are, that is the biggest change that I see in women. And that is often what leads them to feel more confident in themselves and their body, because they're not just focusing on how their body looks, right? We are so much more than just how our body looks. That is not a very interesting part of you. You are you. You're the only person who is you. Your brain is so much more interesting. Who you are as a person, what you do in your life. And when you can start to see yourself in that way and start to see, like, I can do all of these really amazing, incredible things, it just feels so good. And that is my favorite thing that I've seen from all of the women that I've worked with, is seeing them actually feeling proud of themselves for what they can do and seeing them celebrating building muscle. I get lots of flexing pictures from my ladies. It's amazing. They all have fantastic arms and booties, and it's just fun finding positive things to focus on rather than always trying to get smaller and smaller. It just feels a million times better. And you can build such an incredible community. That's another one of my favorite things with weightlifting, is the community that you build, especially in recent years. There's so many more women at the gym. And when you connect with these women and build relationships with them, it's such a positive community, especially like the women who are focused on lifting weights and getting strong and building muscle. And they're all there to cheer each other on. And it's just an incredible community that you can build. And that is definitely one of my favorite things. Like, pretty much my whole friend group are people that either are my previous clients or people who I have met at the gym. And it's just so nice to have people around you who are working towards the same thing, who are focused on their health, who are more focused on, what their bodies can do than on what their bodies look like. And it just is a very inspiring group of people to be around. And it helps you continue to stick to these things because they're so fun, because you have other people encouraging you. And when we all work out together, we often will get records and we'll often be able to lift more than we did before because we've got such an encouraging and inspiring group of people around us. So yeah, that is definitely one of my favorite things that I've gotten from starting to work out and from becoming a trainer and from becoming a coach, and just surrounding myself with these people and helping them become that type of a person when they weren't before. And it really didn't take very long, only 3 to 6 months of actually focusing on getting stronger in the gym and feeding themselves with more food so that their bodies can actually build muscle. And it's crazy how fast you can see changes happening in your brain and how you see yourself and your confidence. And I mean, your body does change too, but the cool thing is that that's not the most important thing to you anymore. And that just feels really freaking good. So yeah, those are some of the things that matter a lot to me about working out and why I'm so passionate about getting more women involved in lifting weights and taking them away from all of these HIIT classes and this like beach body workouts and like boot camps and all of these like high cardio based things, because that's not going to make you feel amazing. It can feel okay, like it can be fun, but it's not going to give you that feeling of empowerment and confidence like getting strong and lifting weights does. So if you are someone who is in this place where you are doing HIIT workouts all the time, and these beach body workouts and cardio classes and all this stuff, and you're not seeing the progress that you want, and you are always feeling like your body just isn't how you want it to feel, and you're not feeling the most confident that you would like to feel, then I strongly recommend that you start, lifting a bit heavier of weights and really challenging yourself. And if you have joined the Kickstart Your Health series, you do get a free 6-week workout plan. So take a look at that. There are description videos linked to all of the exercises. So go through that, set yourself up to, try something a little bit new and a little bit different, and start working through that and see how you feel, and focus on getting stronger week to week. And just do that. Take your time between sets. You need time to rest. It's not about going fast. It's not about burning as many calories as possible. It's about getting stronger and feeling a connection to your body and making sure you're using good form and good technique and getting better week to week. Okay. So I encourage you to start doing that And feel free to reach out to me, to email me, to message me on Instagram. Even if you want me to take a look at your form, if you don't know if you're doing something right, you can reach out to me, send me that stuff. I love chatting with you guys. I want to help you. I want to get as many women as possible involved in lifting weights and getting stronger. So if you're scared, if you want somebody to talk to help you with this, then reach out to me. I'd love to help you and to chat with you and to get you more involved with this. And I mean, if you want like a real commitment to this, I do have the Program Design Lab, which is a 3-month program where we design a workout for you together. And if you grab like the highest tier of that, I'll actually give you feedback. You can send me your videos on every single workout you do for the full 3 months, and I will give you feedback on all of those so that you know you're doing everything properly. You'll be in my app, so you'll have description videos for everything, and you'll just get really good at working out and getting stronger, and you'll have somebody there with you the whole time for the full 3 months. And it really doesn't take that long to start seeing results. So if you want to get started and you do want a little bit of help there, the Program Design Lab is going to be a fantastic option for you. That's what I have available right now, very one-on-one with that. And then of course, at the end of this series, we're going to be opening up the Working Woman's Guide to the Gym, which is like a full self-paced course. And it's going to have everything that you need to know. And if you get on the pre-sale, you'll get that plus the Program Design Lab for the full 3 months, which is going to be 2 in 1 for the price of 1, which is going to be incredible. So keep your eyes open for that. I will have information on all of these linked in the show notes if you want more information. I've also opened up the nutrition audits. So I know we went over fitness today and getting started in the gym, but another important part to this is nutrition. So you need to make sure that you are eating enough food, enough protein, enough carbs, enough fat. And the nutrition audits are a super easy way for you to have your nutrition looked at without like a full coaching program. It's just a month that we work together. We have a call, we have you tracking your food for a week in my app so I can see everything that you eat. No judgment, don't worry. And then on our call, we'll just take a look at all of that. We'll find, where we can make some small changes. Again, I'm not going to tell you not to eat anything. I'm not going to make you cut out any food groups. We're just going to make small changes to make sure that you are fueling your body as best as you possibly can, especially if you're working towards, building muscle mass, getting stronger, and changing your body and changing how you feel in your body. So nutrition audits are available now, so you can follow the link to sign up for there. It's super, super easy. You just fill in your name, your birth date, your weight and height, just so that I can get you set up in my app. You can start tracking in the app immediately. You get an automatic email that has, directions on how to get started. There's like 8 guides in there all about nutrition, so you can learn as much as you'd like. After a week of tracking, we hop on our call. We figure out a plan for you, whether that's coming up with new recipes, figuring out what you can do for meal prep, where you're feeling hungry, if you're experiencing binging or cravings. We will guide you through exactly how to do all of that. And then you'll have access to me for a full 4 weeks as soon as you start after our call for a full 4 weeks in my texting app. So we can make sure if anything is challenging along the way, again, we want it to be something that you can stick to and enjoyable. So I'll be there supporting you the whole time. So that is what I have for you guys for today. I am so happy to be talking about this stuff. I find it super, super important. So please share with anybody that you know who has been struggling to get that body that they want. If they have just been doing tons of cardio, trying to burn as many calories as possible, and they're just not seeing the results that they want, please send this to them. And if it is you, listen to it again, just remind yourself of this stuff and grab that 6-week workout plan and just start, or even sign up for the Program Design Lab if you want even more commitment there. I am here to help you. Okay. I want y'all to be as strong and as confident and as empowered and happy as me and all of my clients that I've worked with. Okay. So love you guys. I will chat with y'all next week. Goodbye.